In what is said to be the largest attack in recent times, the U.S. Embassy compound in Baghdad was hit by approximately 7 mortar rounds early on the morning of December 9. News.com has learned that this attack marks the first time the embassy has been fired on in over a year and raised concerns about the broadening conflict in the region. At the time of the attack, explosions were heard near the embassy in the center of Baghdad, and warning sirens were activated in a bid to drive people into cover. Reuters reported that 7 projectiles landed in the confines of the compound but noted that while more could have been fired, they failed to hit their marks. Although the attacks caused no injuries, they did result in damage to the embassy compound. Additionally, U.S. forces in Iraq and Syria were targeted with rockets and drones in 5 separate incidents on the same day. These assaults are said to be a response to Washington's support of Israel in its ongoing conflict with Hamas in the Gaza Strip and were the most recorded against U.S. forces in the region in a single day since mid-October. Iraqi state media quoted a U.S. embassy spokesman saying, "At this point, no specific group has claimed responsibility, but indications are the attacks were initiated by Iran-aligned militias, which operate freely in Iraq. We again call on the government of Iraq, as we have done on many occasions, to do all in its power to protect diplomatic and coalition partner personnel and facilities," the statement continued. The incident drew commentary from Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin, who condemned the attacks in a call with Iraqi Prime Minister Mohammed Shia al-Sudani. A White House summary of the exchange noted that Austin singled out 2 Iran-aligned armed groups, Kataib Hezbollah and Harakat Hezbollah al-Nujaba, for their involvement. He pointed out that the United States reserves the right to respond decisively against those groups, to address threats and attacks against U.S. and coalition personnel. Prime Minister al-Sudani voiced similar sentiments in an earlier statement when he too condemned the attacks as acts of terrorism, claiming that they endanger Iraq's internal security. The attacks are said to impede the head of state's mission, which is to protect foreign missions and focus on the economy. He has since been reported to have directed security agencies to pursue the perpetrators, after describing them as unruly, lawless groups that do not in any way represent the will of the Iraqi people. The United States currently has about 2,500 troops in Iraq on a mission to advise and assist local forces in preventing a resurgence of the Islamic State, per PBS. Be that as it may, this particular incident is one of at least 84 attacks directed at U.S. forces in Iraq and Syria since October 17, and while no group has claimed responsibility, they have been attributed to Iran-aligned militias operating under the banner of the Islamic resistance in Iraq.